visit the wrath of the Empire upon him.
Hello everyone, how good of you to join, welcome back. Some of you might have heard the Emperor already in the background babbling around. And yes, well, we do aim for war in this episode once more. This time though against, I think, the Crown. Emperor Ketima has sent you to Kyria, Biniam's mother, so that you may bear her the bad news that her beloved son is to be transported to the far side of the world as punishment for his actions. How you break the news to her is up to you. Alrighty, my warships are here, so if you remember, right, we have this whole conflict between Crown and Ketima and Mbesa basically, and we were waiting for 6 warships to arrive, right? We do have a bunch of them now here. Old vanilla ships, that is, so frigates and a monitor in between, and also this royal galleon, and I can just take them and, well, actually, yeah, well, you guessed it, destroy them. That's how it goes. That was fun, wasn't it? I guess it was. And yeah, well, we actually do have a real fleet over there. They were just not counting for it, so I guess that we can use them now. Let's sail to Bahadesha. That is over here. This is where, on this wasteland, this is where Biniam's mother is. And we're going to take the fig and we're going to talk with her. Oh my, Milk Church. Once again, Hugo, you're up to no good there. I can see this. Are we? We are not even allies yet, right? Nope. With Hugo, we are not allies at the moment. He would still not do this, of course. We could check it out there real quick. Going to the old world. If he's got a quest for us. There is no quest here, unfortunately. And there's also nothing here. Where's the next No Gods, No Masters quest line? Who is that? Good news. Mr. Bargava has finished the new plans of the Great Eastern. Steel reserves are rather low, so this is a blueprint quest. Another one here. We need to deliver 70 tons of steel beams to that ship to unlock the Great Eastern. Well, why not just, yeah, purchase them at Archie right away and give it to Archie then, his old steel beams, that is. Now, about Hugo, what is the matter with you? Request a quest. Oh my, Donnie, you're spamming me once again. Hugo does not have a quest for us at the moment. This is very unfortunate. Alright. The SKYLINE Tower is on the brinks of collapse. What is the matter here? How did this all go so wrong? So terribly, terribly wrong. Can't you do something? Throw the bank at it? I don't care. Just make it stop. And Miss Jenny's working on something.
Where the hell has she been this whole time?
Let's have a talk with her. Oh, there's smoke coming out of our SKYLINE Tower. She's in the tower, I think.
What the hell is this? Is this your idea of a joke?
I'm so confused. What is the matter between the two of them?
It's Theodora, Johnny, and honestly, I should have quit after the first note I sent, but somehow I thought you had ample.
Alright, they have quite the quarrels there, and of course the structure is not sound enough as it is right now, and we cannot really finish it for the moment. We need to do something else.
Not Miss Jenny, not your secretary,
we need to select Miss Jenny on the streets.
Job, by the way. Let me show you who I am.
Oh yeah, she's hiding quite well. Right here in the smoke. On the streets of Crown Falls. Can we select her, please?
You can't be. Are you
and who is Miss Jenny?
Been interfering all along?
I've been the one trying to stop you all along.
That's her, right. That is our master engineer.
Working conditions, safety, and found someone in your
oh, you already can see I'm in a particularly good mood once again today. These stories are hilarious. Okay, the two of them, they have their babbling, probably an old romance story.
This tower is a crumbling.
Now get it fixed, please, Theodora. Do something.
I've returned those.
Alright, she's got a plan. Deus Ex Machina. 50 tons of lacquer and 50 tons of steel beams. I think we do have all of that.
And we'll need more.
Do we have the lacquer? Yes, I do. Perfect. We do have everything. And we can turn this in immediately. To once again fix the structure. Oh god, thank the gods once again, and it is now safe again, and we still need to work another last minute on our SKYLINE Tower. What could possibly go wrong? What possibly could go wrong with this one? Alright, that's that. Another thing is, once again, we do need to go back to the old world. There is now the steel beams. Let's just get all of them, really. Play it safe. And get this one to Archie to receive the blueprint of the Great Eastern. And another thing, yeah, well, I know. I've heard some criticism there in the background. Some unsatisfied voices, I know. Rangoon or the Penguin, who should it be? Let's start the Arctic expedition and finally go also to the far north, and with that get us gas to Crown Falls, which we are going to need in order to further heat our industry and power our industry. The Passage expedition, there it is. Help Lady Faithful. There's of course also once again a story behind it. So her husband is in the Arctic and is lost, and we need to find him as well. But of course, primarily we're in for the gas that we get out of this. Yeah, we can go with a Dreadnought. We could also go with a Royal Warship. Let's just see what would be best. The Dreadnought gives us the Force right away. For rations and navigation, let's actually go for Schnapps. You can't go wrong with Schnapps for rations and medicine that we have. Navigation and hunting. Hunting is also quite easy. We just need our fur coats to boost this one up there. And navigation, perhaps we do find us an item. There's lots of legendary items that we can use, by the way. Oh, that's not possible. Where's my ship items? Ready. There it is. Captain Felicity Phoenix, back from the grave. She's going to help us on our expedition to the Arctic. Wonderful, wonderful. We also leave some space there available, of course, so that we might find us some juicy items there. Should we take a present with us? We could take an Abbey with us, right? It can't be wrong. Bit of faith, but unfortunately he can't be equipped in the ship. So let's just start the expedition like that. And with that, yeah, Sweet Harmony 2, off you go. Done. Off you go. Ready for a that is no name. Rix, one of my supporters, thank you very much. You're off to the Arctic now, to the frozen wastelands of the north. That must be flattering. And with that, finally we can also open up a new continent. It's going to take a while though, right? The Dreadnought is slow anyway. Back to the old world. Shoo, we are jumping around today with... We do need to find something new. A massive propeller. There is also a square wreck. Let's throw this overboard. I also don't need that much steel beams. And let's get this one now here to continue. So, architect Rohit Bhargava has demanded an oversized propeller for the Great Eastern, which may unfortunately have caused the tugboat ferrying it to sink. A thoroughly embarrassed Archie asks you if you wouldn't mind retrieving it. Of course we can do this. For a price, of course. For a price. And let's get back. What is going on with my SKYLINE tower? It is finished, as far as I can see. But it is not at the same time. It's a new mystery that baffles the mind. Ah, we can finish it. Boom. Just like that, we have it. SKYLINE tower completion. A new mighty monument for Crown Falls.
The true gold standard. Let the fools try and surpass it. It'll be real fun watching them fail. Oh, what a legacy!
There it is with the balloons.
Let all know who built the highest
Face of Galleria by the Red Donald Bader brings a momentous monument to Crown Falls. Rumors of construction plagued the strife dissipate entirely. Bader was very quick to praise his partner, Theodora.
They'll remember us as pioneers.
But that's nothing to
Holy cow, that guy. And there's a lot of contention surrounding the SKYLINE tower. Due to its immense height, the workers have felt that throughout the construction their safety has been at risk. A lot of citizens too are unhappy with the shadow the tower casts across the city. In the interest, we want you to undersign a bill to guarantee a limit of 1 SKYLINE tower per city. Alright, now at the end you're asking me that? What if I refuse? Once per city, huh? And here I thought I was making a unique tower. Where do I assign... Good, but there is more. Skyscrapers are a true wonder of that there is no doubt. They are a symbol of modernity and advancement, but they are also an ode to money and power. They reach far above any other residence, public place or church. The SKYLINE tower should stand for something. We need to dedicate it to something. To environmental awareness. To dedicate the monument to anti-consumerism or fair and optimistic future. Alright, let's go with the fair and optimistic future. The other ones are bollocks. And I know, I'm sorry.
I'll get back to my own
We are going with
business
this and get some attractiveness bonus with that. And with that, we also have reached, at last, the last level. The highest level achieved for the city attractiveness. Exquisite metropolis, as magical as Cinderella's evening at 11:59.
now. I'm not fired.
Was quite the journey
I'm
to
not
this
fired.
milestone.
How about this?
And of course also the Skyline Tower is dominating it all. And the cool thing is, look at that, how tall it is. These are tier 5 skyscrapers, and the big one just in the center of it. They just don't stop talking, right? It's one of the primary things of the Skyline Tower, that you get the two most worldy characters in it as well. Now, of course, as always, oh, there's still people striking in front of it. I would like to go inside, right? I would like to have a quick look over to that, and of course we can do this all the way up here to the roof of the Skyline Tower, looking down on the Town Hall monument that once was the biggest building in our city, and it's really dwarfing in comparison. And yeah, we can just really enjoy it all the way up here now. Can we go around that? I think we can, right? Yep. And really enjoy the view all around it. As the mighty Emperor capital is really looking like something. Of course, still lots of empty marks over there, for example, but that we can fill as well. It's important that this monumentous tower is finished, because with that we also kind of like finish the Emperor of the High Life DLC. And yeah, that was quite the work right behind it. And with that, my skyline is completed, at least for now. We can still go ahead and upgrade more, of course, which we should, because I'm not having enough money in there at the moment. And I think we should definitely also go ahead and upgrade us a few more wherever it is necessary, right? So we still have plenty of these little blocks there. And of course, more people want to move to Crown Falls, so we can continue upgrading there a bit here and there whenever I see it fit. Now, back to the old world. We have collected the massive propeller, and we need to bring it back now to Archie.
Give us time to turn.
In order to unlock us a new ship. And yeah, after a devastatingly long time, we arrive at Archie finally. The expedition, by the way, is on its way now. Is on its way, perfect, has started. And we just wait for events now, of course. There is the propeller, and has been debarnacled and fitted. And I must say, it does look splendid. However, Mr. Bargarva and I have since crossed swords over a lack of power. We do need to provide some steam motors, 40 tons of that. Oh, it doesn't end so quickly, does it? Let's go back to Crown Falls. Do I have a... Oh, yes, very good. I do have an airship. And I do need to provide me the steam motors for RG 40 tons it is. And let's just take them, and via express air delivery service, let's get them over there to High Clarence Hall. Be careful though. Lots of tall towers and buildings over there. So that's that.
Is that you?
Back in Mbeza, well, we have another story. And your son has been arrested for arson and awaits transportation. In prison, my boy, my poor boy, what happened? A man from the old world named Archibald Blake arrested him. Or he acted rashly. He tried to sabotage. He was sabotaging, actually, so I guess. But, so Archibald, yeah, we know the story of this. If you remember my Megacity playthrough from last year, it's kind of the lover story between this beautiful gal and Archibald Blake. And yeah, we just need to follow this along here now with a few side missions. There are a few smallest things, right? But ultimately, it's going to get revealed. Alright, we got it. And now we need to read the diary. Where is it? In my ship. It's not in my ship. There it is. Alright, of an old romance. It's talking. And now we need to sail over here to Gidusi, Anitoni, to get the registers of the regiment. Yeah, it's just very subtly. I'm coming close to Gidusi. Don't worry, I'm not attacking. And with that, we can now read the register to just find out who that soldier is. And of course, it is Archibald, who might then just be the father of Binyam. Am I spoiling too much? I'm sorry, but these missions, we have done it quite a few times now, and yeah, it's not going to win an Oscar or anything. Now on to war finally. Emperor Kitima regrets that the only way to deliver Kyria to Sir Archibald, so she may inform him that his prisoner Binyam is actually his long-lost son, is to destroy the mercenary vessels currently blockading Little Clarence. Kitima believes this is the only way to prevent the advent of a disastrous war. Let's take the ships. Get ready for action. There is our enemy. Do I have a dreadnought close by? There it is, Penguin. It's going to be my flagship. Going deep into battle. I think this ship single-handedly could destroy all of them. Yeah, easily. We're still going to have some fun with that. Now, while we're still focusing a bit on Mbesa, let's also have a look at the products we need to provide from over there. And one of them, first of all, the tailored suits is a bit down here, right? So we will need to work on our linen that is coming in. And the other one would be then the seafood stew. At the moment, the only other thing that we can really provide. However, we also got a few more building permits. So we just finished one. And I can go ahead and just get us the next extension campus. And as we can see, for each research, it goes up by 1,000. So we can still afford it also 2 more here, 2 more times. And then it's at 20,000, and even that we can afford then as well, once it happens. So we can still go ahead with way more scholars. Something I should actually do, because we do need them in order to get more Masters of Nature research on the way. Something that I really would like to push though. And yeah, with that, let's just see where we could still add something. There's a school here, by the way. Yes, let's upgrade those workers there. So we can now get rid of the school. Oops, that was actually a scholar. But that's fine, because we can then just squeeze in some 3 more here. And we have enough artisans, really. And yeah, to be honest, let's just delete them. I don't really fully care, because we can easily build them somewhere else again. Let's get rid of this road here. That should be fine. There's still an artisan over there. And then let's go ahead and also place us as many as possible. Actually, only, yeah, those are the ones that are possible. Admiral. So that we also continue on our way to just get us a few more scholars in. We do need that. So, yeah. For another 1,000 increase, I do need 4,000. So I guess I need to go up to 6,000 to 7,000. Also to unlock, of course, the scholars' next monument, the radio tower. Something that we really want to push. And for that, I just need way more scholars. Alright, expedition. It's getting snowy a bit from Mbesa to the snow. And we are going to the west. Onwards through the expedition. And save the propellers from the ice. We do have that. Getting a bit snowy out there, and we need to save the first equipment, but that was successfully done. Good. Let's go back to Tabrim. So we do have, the fleet is still moving, it's still getting closer there. And we do have our linen that I would like to check first, because for our first production here that we have, it was the linen, right? Was it on this island here, or was it on Svensk? In fact, it was from Basen, because there's the trade route here, Basen to Crown Falls, getting the linen over. It's not a lot of linen though, so we need to definitely push this one. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot. There's the commute pier though. The 15 influence, this time I can easily make this work, because really we have too much workforce in Tabarim and not enough anywhere else. So the first thing we need to do is get us a few more cargo ships over, because really we want to get that economy booming again a bit. For that I will need some more resources though, so especially steel beams that we need for the commute piers then as well. Also some windows and concrete, and I might... that's fine, right? The rest we do have. Let's get this one over there to Tabrim, so that we can push our scholars with that. Also, the engines have been delivered. So another thing here, my steam motors have arrived, and we can now turn in that quest.
I knew you'd come through.
All those piston arms firing in perfect sync. Thank you. Now if you cross all your toes and fingers and don't sneeze, then the Great Eastern may finally be ready. Lift achieved. And there it is. The Great Eastern is afloat. Please do keep her. And with that, we do get a new ship. A new ship type. It's really a huge collier in a different skin. Of course, in a much better skin. This is the perfect tourist ship. Or it's my ship for, yeah, governing. We also have Rohit Bhargava, the naval architect, right on board. Construction cost is reduced by 35% for all shipyards in the Harbour Master's office. That is just really powerful. Let's get this one right over here to Crown Falls. And with that, my ships will just be so much cheaper. Alright, but now on to the big battle of the episode. And that is, yeah, the crown. Hopefully they're not retaliating, really. And hopefully they're not too embarrassed by what is going to happen to them. Oh, is anyone helping me? Bente, are you bombing them perhaps? Nah, she's turning around again. Oh, that was a one-shot on the frigate. Yeah, that dreadnought is really one-shotting them once it fires. It doesn't fire very often, but once it does, it is just devastating. And there's also the monitors. This one just gave up right away and thought, screw this. No challenge to be found here. And the dreadnought takes care of the rest, really.
Lives lost.
For that monitor.
Destroyed. And for what? So a kinglet may make a mistaken point?
The way is clear, and time is of the essence. Kyria must be brought...
Alright.
Archibald, I want to say you look well, but exertion does not become you.
Kyria? It is you. Those quizzical eyes. How could I forget?
Release him, Archibald.
Him? You mean... Not Binyam? He can't be.
Awo, Binyam is my boy.
The prisoner is to receive a full pardon. Return his possessions. We go to meet the Emperor.
I believe I know why you have freed Binyam and come before me.
Yanahoy Katema. There will be no war between us, for the truth is, I have no quarrel with any here, save myself. I have all along had power to do great good here, yet was distracted and upset by matters personal. I do not ask your forgiveness, Binyam, but perhaps in time...
He is no father of mine, nor has he earned that title.
He only saw me, Archibald. He did not see you for many years.
How often I wondered, yearned, but I never could. And I regret it. I regret it. No one could ever have replaced either of you. But I poured all that terrible guilt with constancy into Her Majesty's nurture and protection.
Then care for this land as much as you do her, and perhaps our peoples can still bond in sisterhood.
And that is why Kiburi Binyam, most patient Emperor Katema, I will make the necessary arrangements for a swift departure, and open myself up to negotiations between our people. May Her Majesty hang me for it.
Alright, family matters settled.
All the arrangements are made. Not a trace left on the island. Escort me before...
Now we need to escort him out, because of course he's lost everything.
Will be we see eye to eye.
And let's also just dock at Kitima here. Escort Kitima... Escort to Kitima's lighthouse, Blake's ambassadorial clipper. There it is. I think 2 of my ships will be fine. The rest can go home. to the main harbor once again. And this, yeah, well, this concludes actually the N-Besa storyline. And this concludes also this episode with what with the primary achievement that we achieved, that is the Skyline Tower, and then we continue onwards to the Arctic for Gas and Glory. Stay tuned.